Hi, hello. My name is Peter Paulissen, and yes, I'm a NES trainer, and I'm glad to work with NES. I'm very thankful that there is something so, must I say, precious as the NES science, and that's what my life is all about now. So I studied Western medicine, Eastern medicine, psychology, philosophy, and in everything in everything what I saw in NES, I saw my own career, my own university career, and I started to be interested in NES. And before I knew it, the NES asked me as a company to give classroom education. And yeah, all those years now I'm working with and for NES. I give the foundation training in the BWS, in the UK, in the US. I'm working in Europe as an exclusive distributor. I give classroom education about different levels. And I'm so glad that in between I met Debbie Ventura, and together we are like a great team. And yes, that's what we are doing now. So we are doing now what the NES community really needs is provide them more content and knowledge, and especially wisdom from what's behind the NES, what is behind the science, which science is in NES, how can we work on a psychological level, how can we work on a physical level with NES, how can I do the right interpretation from the screens, and yes, every conference, every training, every weekend, every time that I can connect with NES therapists, NES doctors, then I feel inside of my heart that I'm doing what I want to do, and that's really necessary to do. So I'm really glad now to announce a new training in May. But before we introduce something, I first want to introduce my best, lovely, and most kindest colleague, Debbie Ventura. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Peter. Thank you. Yes, I am excited to work with Peter on this class. I got started in the NES world about 6 years ago. Through my own health challenges, I discovered different forms of energy medicine many, many years ago. And my entry into this world of bioenergetics was through homeopathy. I got a degree in classical homeopathy, and during my master's studies, I found NES. And it was sort of a never look back kind of thing. I quit my master's studies in homeopathy because I really believe that the mapping of the body field that Peter Fraser brought to the world was an evolution in the way that we worked with energetic medicine in the world. And it just felt like this is the future, and this is where I want to put my efforts and energy. And so that's what I did. And that's what I've been doing for the last many, many years. And so today, what we're finding is that, at least for me, the hardest part, let's start there. The hardest part for me when I got started as a NES practitioner was the clinical work with clients. You know, we have wonderful academic training in NES, and it really helps you understand the background and what's happening in the scan. But when you actually have to apply that information in a live setting with a client, you know, your training a little bit goes out the window, and it's like, what do I do? How do I interact with this person to help them on their journey? And so this is the class that I wish I would have had. That was kind of the impetus for Peter and I putting this class together. This is the clinical focus that I wish I would have had when I started. There are lots of ways to understand the body field and to understand energy. And you know, I remember many years ago, people would talk about energy and it was new agey, and people would roll their eyes. And now everybody talks about energy, from, you know, life coaches to software developers. Everybody's talking about energy. And so how do we see that information field as NES practitioners, right, Peter? And that's
Yes.
a unique, it's a unique perspective that we get to have with NES, because so much of our understanding of working with the body field is from a limited perspective. It's some of our knowing comes out of the conventional medical world, where we're always looking for what's wrong and how to fix it. And NES gives us really the ability to work in the realm of expansion and potential, and sort of leave that world of limitation and problem behind, because we're always working with, how do you say, Peter, the body field is, it links us into the field of pure potential and infinite
Yes.
possibility, yes?
Yes. We scan for possibilities. We have the best material to make scans. Our device is really, up and top. The scan is, the My Health is. It's just more that people need to be more trustful to be a practitioner and working with a client. I see a lot of things on the internet about traditional Chinese medicine, about more things about knowledge. But what they really need is train the practitioners and the doctors to work with bioenergetics, because the scan is easy. It's just an output in less than 10 seconds with all the help from our team in the UK, our team in the US, with the company from Harry Massey and everything he has done for the practitioners and for the knowledge behind NES. And yes, it's the same that you are telling us and me. I would like to have such classes 30 years ago, you know. I was in the university just waiting until somebody explained me that I could heal without all those university certificates, you know. And NES is the perfect device to do that. It's just there, and we are so much in front of every other company. The only thing is we have to train our people, yes, to be on a doctor level with the knowledge and the heart energy. And then you are like a bioenergetic therapist or a bioenergetic doctor. Yes. And that's why I can't wait to do the next training. Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited. And, you know, you mentioned Chinese medicine, and I'd like for you to talk just a little bit about that, Peter, because, you know, it's the bones of the NES scan. It's where Peter Fraser started in his world. And it's one of the things we cover in the class. And talk a little bit about your perspective on that and how we address that in the class, how we approach that.
Yes, we have to address it as easy as possible. The thing we don't have to do and not supposed to do is go back in the science of the traditional Chinese medicine. Now, it's the thing we have to do is we have to bring it on the easy level, so that practitioners feel that's in the scan, but that they don't have the feeling that they have to know something from the traditional Chinese medicine. So when I teach TCM to NES practitioners, I let them understand and train them to be very trustful in the scan, without the knowledge and the stories from the Eastern medicine, because it was just like the allopathy. Now they guess. They were guessing a lot, you know, but we don't guess with NES. We have science plus. So it's really important that people don't feel that they need more information about TCM to go further in the NES procedure. No, they just have to feel that there is somebody, me, or something, the NES science, that is really 100% better than being an acupuncturist, than being somebody who wants to understand the TCM philosophy. It's really not necessary. And I bring that out in a few hours, maybe a day, and address that to the NES practitioners so that they have the feeling, oh my God, I have now 3 years traditional Chinese medicine in one day, and I only have that content that is really necessary to make myself a better therapist, to a better doctor. And that's an art.
Yes.
That's what we have to, and that's what we bring. We bring high quality, yes, scan information so that life and healing is easy, not difficult. Because there is really an addiction in practitioners and doctors that knowing more is the same as being a better practitioner. And that's not true, you know? That's something I want to bring out again in this class, yes.
Yes, but it's such an important element of the way we teach the class. And I think that also speaks a little bit. We have a lot of requests to record the class and put it online. And Peter and I really, we love doing it live because this is about us connecting from the heart and growing together. And the interactive element of the class, I think, is really what helps us all take it sort of to the next level. Yes. I think it's one thing to learn in isolation, but you're just feeding your mind. It's another thing when you're with a group of people operating from a heart space, then you're not operating from the mind. Then you're transcending the mind, And so the information becomes integrated in a way that it can't in an academic learning setting. Yeah, it's so different. So, you know, and the other thing that we cover in the class, Peter, you know, you are so skilled at working with healing cycles, but we cover lots of information in the class about healing cycles. And it's another really beautiful, unique aspect of NES that we can very clearly see the healing cycle in process. We can see where aspects of the body field are going through a conflict or stress situation. We can see where aspects of the body field are moving into regeneration and healing. And it gives us the opportunity to support people where they are in the moment. Right, Peter?
Yes. We can call it with difficult names, like people that did their job in the past, doctors, new medicine, and so on. But it's really the difference. How is somebody acting out his life through his personality? And where is the gap from the connection with his essence, you know? And that's the most interesting part of the healing journey. And I think when people can feel that the scan is always telling you the truth between the mask of your client and his essence. And I have the skills to see that immediately when I work with somebody, and I can teach the people to learn that with the right interpretation from the scan. And that's what's in the NES. Yes, as I say, it's the wisdom from the NES scan. And when we do that live in the class, while we are interpreting the NES scans, then the people in the class, they can feel that it's a skill, not from out knowledge, but from being empty. Just be relaxed. You don't have to know anything. Just be open in the moment, and the scan is telling you on the most easy way what is going on in your client. And that's the little homework that you give to your clients, while you are working with your client. And that's what the people in our class really like. Yeah. They think, oh my God, is this so easy? Yes, with the NES scan, it's easy, but somebody has to give you an example. Somebody has to give you security about it. And that's what we do in our live sessions. Yeah.
Yes. It's a very much a confidence builder, you know, and I think that's really the key to being a good practitioner. It's having the confidence that you can interact with anyone about their NES scan and be able to, not feel like you will ever make a mistake. You know, always have the confidence in what you do and in the system that you're always supporting the highest possible outcome in every moment. So, I'm really excited about our class. Let me see if I can switch this view, Peter, so that, I don't know, sorry, I think I think I was this big at the top. But the class is, let me give a little bit of just some logistics. So the class is in May 11th through the 13th. We're in San Antonio, Texas. at a healing center called the Integrative Healing Institute. It's a beautiful space. We had a really wonderful session in March there, and had a lot of good feedback. I think everyone really enjoyed their stay in San Antonio. I think it was a meaningful class, and I think the May class is going to be very exciting. It's our it's sort of I don't know, it's our next step, I guess. And
Yes.
Peter, what else would you want to say about the May class?
So the May class is from the 11th till the 13th, because we had a little break when you were telling the date. I feel that, yes, be there in the classroom for 3 days with so much experience from you and me together, with the NES as a company, so rich and so meaningful for changing the medicine, and then one medicine, together with our friends, the allopathic doctors, together with practitioners, yes, even together with people who just beginning their journey in medicine, so that they can feel that honesty, real honest medicine is what we bring out, and that we have so much support from our technology, and that I can't wait to give them 3 times 6, 7 hours, really meaningful guidance for my experience, because that's why my life is what it is. It's just bringing out so much experience. I saw so many patients, and still, when I see a client, I know exactly what's going on. And when I make a scan, I can tell you the scan is always right. Mm-hmm. And I can do the interpretation from the scan, because the scan is telling the people who are not so far, or they don't have so much experience as me, they can really work this through in a few years, that they really understand everything from what's healing, what's medicine, and what is the body field doing with structure, what is the body field doing with my psyche, what is the body field doing with my ACEs from my childhood, what was going on. It doesn't matter anymore. The past is really history, and the scan is going to give you everything you need to heal in this moment, your client, and especially yourself and your family.
Yes, such an important reminder. This is always about our own personal healing and journey.
Yeah.
Every interaction that we have as practitioners. Yes, and that's another big thing that we talk a lot about in our class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're excited. We would love to see all of our NES practitioners in our classes, and we will have more classes throughout the year, where we continue to work on our class offerings.
Yes.
And so we'll do this again when we have another class to talk about.
Yeah.
So Peter, thank you so much. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. I can't wait.
I can't too. It's gonna be fun.
Okay.
Bye, Peter.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.